Hey guys, this is Pastor Frazier at Canton Baptist Temple, and today is Friday, the last day of our devotionals for this week. All throughout this week, we have been looking at Jesus's post-resurrection appearances. And today we're in John chapter 21, the Gospel of John chapter 21. And I want us to go back and look at another encounter that the resurrected Christ had with Simon Peter. John chapter 21, and I'd like to begin reading in verse 15. So when they had dined, Jesus saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. Verse 17, he saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Jesus saith unto him, Feed my sheep. Peter had boasted about his relationship and his commitment level to the Lord. You may remember that back in Matthew chapter 26 and verse 33. Listen to what Peter had said. Matthew 26, verse 33. Peter answered and said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Peter's saying, I'm not going to stumble. I want you to know I am totally committed to you. I don't know what all these other disciples will do when the time comes, when you're arrested, but I will be there. I am completely committed. Well, we know that that didn't happen because the Lord Jesus said in Matthew chapter 26, Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. 3 times Peter had denied knowing the Lord Jesus Christ. And so here you find Jesus in John chapter 21 asking him 3 times, Peter, do you love me? There's actually a play on words going on in this text here. We know that there are different words for love in the Greek language. The highest level of love would be agape. God is love. The word there is agape. It is divine love. It is the most supreme love that can be defined. And then you have another one, phileo. That is more like a brotherly love. We talk about Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Well, there's a play on words going on here. In verse 15, it says, And when they had dined, Jesus saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Agape is the word that Jesus uses. And then you have the response of Peter, and he uses the word phileo. He says, Thou knowest that I phileo thee. And that same scenario happens in verse 16. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Agape. The Lord Jesus uses that high level of love, that divine love, that unconditional love, agape. And he saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I. And Peter, once again, does not use the word agape. He uses the word phileo thee, a lesser love. And then in verse 17, Jesus switches the words. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? And this time he uses phileo. You know, Peter had bragged about his commitment level to the Lord Jesus. He had said, I don't know what the others will do, but I'll tell you, I'm going to be committed to you to the very end. Well, he ended up denying the Lord 3 times. And Jesus here is reminding Peter of that because he asked him 3 times, do you love me? Do you love me like at this level, the agape level? And then finally that 3rd time he says, what about this level? You say you love me at a phileo level. Do you really even love me that much? You know, we find here the importance of staying humble. We're not as spiritual as we really think that we are. I'm reminded that many years later in 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6, Simon Peter wrote these words, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time." I wonder if Peter was remembering those words. Simon Peter, lovest thou me? He had remembered that day when he had denied the Lord Jesus 3 times and hearing the cock crow. He remembered all of that, and he says here, humble yourselves. It's better to humble ourselves than for God to humble us. Folks, let's be reminded today that none of us have spiritually arrived yet. We are not what we ought to be spiritually. We still need to grow in our relationship with the Lord. Let's not think that we're better than others, but let's humble ourselves. And let's allow God to continue to mold us and shape us into the image of His Son, Jesus Christ. Well, God bless you on this Friday. And I hope if this devotional has been a blessing to you, that you will hit that share button and allow others to see the video as well. And we look forward to you joining us for our online worship service this Sunday. I'm starting a brand new series of messages on the book of Philippians. And the theme of the book of Philippians is joy. I'm going to talk about joy this Sunday. And I pray that you'll join us for that special service, 10:15 Sunday morning.